Hi guys, I'm going to teach an Imbalance Pilates flow class. Now in my flow class today, I had about 6 new people. So on the schedule, you're going to see that little like green ribbon with a 1 on it. That means they're brand new. Literally half my class was new. So I was like, okay, we're just going to do the foundations today because it is solid, it is spicy. And actually it's funny because I had one girl in class who came with a couple of girls I go to the gym with, and she had been practicing Pilates, I could tell. And at the end of class, I was like, oh, where do you do Pilates? And she said Club Pilates. And I was like, oh, okay. And she said that our flow, she's like, what level was this? I was like, it was our level 1 flow class. She was like, that was way harder than any level 1 I've ever done over at Club Pilates. And she's like, honestly, I don't go to those classes because they're so boring. So with that being said, the flow class still needs to be a workout. Even if you're doing all of the like traditional, just regular boring stuff, it's going to be a spicy workout if you do it this way. So always start 3 reds and a blue, or all 5. With my new people, I usually say just drop the yellow because they're going to feel their shoulders and the shoulder blocks anyway. We use weights, okay? I have a ball and also a box for this class. This is the same day that I taught my sculpt class. I'm going to upload both these videos at the same time. I'm wearing the same outfit. I taught these 2 different styles on the same day. So get everybody laying back a minute or 2 early. I can't stress how important it is to start your clients on time. Like I said, this class started I had 6 new people. One person just walked in. She wasn't on the schedule, but I had a space, so I added her. I had a couple ClassPass people, 1 ClassPass person. I had to sign the waiver. And I had to get 12 people set up with the foot bars and everything. And I go around to each person to help them set up their foot bars. So if they're 5'7" or 5'8", I have them on the first dot. If they're 5'6", 5'5", 5'4", I put them on the second dot. If they're under 5'4", I usually go back to the third dot. And I don't go by the white tab. You want to go by the gray foot bar, okay? Just so that we're all on the same page. Now, settle back, heels on, parallel, bicep curl. I almost always start class the same way. If you watch my other videos, I say that after you've done this 100 times, then you could start to mix it up. But you want to cue breath with movement. Full extension, get them to straighten all the way, flex the toes to the nose, time it for 30 seconds, and then pulse it out, 30-second pulses. We want to pulse for longer because that's going to start to work their legs, and your legs are the biggest muscle in the body, so they can go a little longer. That's going to work stamina and endurance. After 30, press out, back in, arches on, legs together, elbow taps, press out, punch up, come back in. Find your neutral. Hips and ribs are heavy. Those are the natural kyphotic curvatures of the spine. Little space in the low back, little space behind the neck. Those are the natural lordotic curves of the spine. So your spine is like a wave. Hips are down, low back is up, ribs are down, neck is up. And then 30 seconds we pulse. Squeeze the legs together, relax the toes. Options with the arms always. Time it, please. 30 seconds. We go out. We come in. Toes on. Pilates V. Skull crushers and go. Even in flow class, you don't have to break it down so much because it's all levels class. You're going to get some more experienced people in there. When you name the exercise, clients start to learn the exercises. And then we pulse up and down. I usually don't pulse with the arms. I have like a little bit of a tricep injury. I've been getting over, like when I bend my elbow back too far, I feel it. It's weird. So that's my excuse. Press out, back in, heels wide, elbows wide, chest press, tap, come back in. Feel the shoulders glide together down the back. Inhale, fill the ribs and the lungs with air. Exhale, brace your abs. We want to lay the foundations in every class. Breath, neutral pelvis and spine, shoulder, girdle, abdominals, pelvic floor. And then pulse, of course, up and down. Got those 30 seconds out in. You guys should start to learn this footwork. Toes wide, hug a tree. Close your eyes with the last round. Maybe don't cue with the last round. Just give a little bit of space. If you're constantly giving your clients input, constantly cueing the whole time, they're not gonna catch all of it, okay? And then pulse. Like, think about giving instructions to make a cake. You would say, grab a bowl, grab some flour, and a spatula, pause. But if you're like, bowl, flour, spatula, water, oil, eggs, it's like, whoa, what? It's too many instructions at one time. You need to just give like 2 or 3 instructions, pause, and then give the next set of instructions. Calf raises, down and up. So just name the exercise. Clients will learn. They'll move faster. They'll find their flow state. Prance, alternate, one heel down, one up, lift and switch. Offer options for the speed. Keep it slow or speed it up. And then foot massage. Always love it. Up and down, side to side. We'll come in, reach the legs over, calf massage. Now, we were pretty much done with our weights after footwork, so tuck those all the way under the reformer. And then I'm gonna add in some classic contrology, mat Pilates. I almost always add this into the flow class because this is where it started, right? So single leg stretch, bend a knee in, reach a leg out, switch and switch. Go for 30 seconds. Options to keep the head down to support the neck, okay? And then we go double leg stretch. Tuck the knees in, arms and legs reach, circle the arms, hug the knees in. You reach, circle, pull it in. After 30, knees over. We did the same sit-up style in my flow class that we did with in my sculpt class that we did in the flow. So bend the knees. I brought the arms up though, because this will give more clients momentum to sit up and back down. That's basically what a roll-up is. It's a sit-up and down. So go for, 15, 20 seconds for that. And then we did do a little spine twist today. Get everybody straddling the reformer. Tuck those weights even more. One hand to the opposite side. We did 4 total. And switch. These just always feel so good. After 4, spring change for bridge. Now I said, take off the yellow and the blue at minimum, okay? 3 red springs. You can drop another red spring to make it harder. So 2 red springs is harder. And I tell them that bridge is a body weight exercise. So similar to plank, the lighter the springs, the harder it's gonna be. We grab the ball, lay back, ball between the inner thighs. We start with articulation. So I tell them, if you know where you're going, start to roll up and down. And then I get everybody else in. Heels on, parallel, arms by the sides, squeeze the ball, tuck, peel, and roll it up. Squeeze the ball, roll back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, and then we're gonna keep going with that for your 30 seconds, all right? After 30, we hold, we squeeze the ball. I like to keep the arms down because this is gonna open the chest and the collarbone. This, it doesn't make it harder because you're still laying down, you're still on your shoulders. This isn't really a balance challenge. I would think this is more of an aesthetic cue. So after 30 pulses of squeezing the ball, roll down, shake it out really quick. I don't know why my hamstrings just want to cramp on me today. We did flat back hinge next. So hinge up, squeeze, lower tap, hinge, squeeze. 30 seconds here, keeping the carriage pulled into the stopper. And then we pulse the ball for 30 seconds. Everyone's inner thighs are going to be screaming. And then roll down. Now we did a little single leg today. So put the ball behind your left knee. That leg is in table. Right foot down. We go up and down. 30 seconds, lift and lower. Of course, you know what I'm gonna say, after 30, swap it out. That unilateral bridge is gonna work more into the glutes because bridge is primarily a hamstring focus. Okay, 30 seconds there. Roll down, let's stretch it out. We're gonna do our scissor stretch. We're gonna keep the ball, okay? Because it's always fun to add a little pass here. Switch and switch, 30 seconds, stretching the hamstrings and working the core. And then we put the ball between the ankles. I gave the option to keep the head down, hold the shoulder blocks as you do your double leg lower lift, or crunch up, lower and lift. Another 30 seconds like that. And then we rest. We did one roll up to transition. I like this option here. Roll up, tuck the ball away. No, I lied. We use the ball for hands and straps. Like I said, I was keeping it very, very traditional because I had half the class was brand new. So 1 red, 1 blue for medium. 2 reds is going to be heavy. Let me just make sure this is still recording. Okay, we're all good. My phone storage is like right about to get maxed out, which is crazy because I pay for storage, so I'm just kind of like, the hell? Okay, lay back down, ball between the ankles this time, because the ball is just gonna work the inner thighs. Small straps. We just did the original stuff, okay? Tabletop, down and up. The legs are in table, they could stay here, or they can progress. I say if you know your progressions, go into it, because then I had a few people crunch and reach, and then bring it back up. So time everybody here. The first round might need to be a little longer so that you can get all the cues in that you need to. After that, rest, and then we go to tricep press. Same progressions. Add the crunch, add the legs here. 30 seconds. Quick rest, touch the feet down just for like half a second, because then we're going to T-press. Open and close, another 30. Add those progressions, and then quick rest. Just touch those feet down real quick. Arm circles, I think I just did about 20 seconds each way. So we go down, out, and around. Add all those progressions here if you want. About 20 seconds, reverse, open, press, lift. You can continue to crunch and reach your legs out here if you want it. And then we rest everything back down. Hang up the straps, windshield wiper, side to side. And then I had everybody come up and off to the right side. Okay, because we're gonna go on the right, the middle, the left, the middle, back to the right, and then grab the box. So I'm trying to keep it like intentional. That way we don't end on the left and have to walk around the reformer. I'd rather work back to the other side. So we're doing Eve's lunge. I was like, this is just a stretch. About halfway through class, right foot's down, left foot shoulder block. You can always bring those elbows down, little rocks forward and back here. And then give them 10, 15 seconds, not too long. Front split stretch, roll back. This right leg is straight. I like to bring the right hand down, try to find levelness through the shoulders. And then inhale, exhale, bring it in, face toward the reformer. Press outside splits, tip the tailbone up, lean back for a deeper stretch, okay? Inner thighs, hamstrings, shoulders are down, elongate through your spine. Come in, we do modified long stretch. I just love to add this in so clients can start to learn the springs, okay? Hands on foot bar, feet against shoulder blocks, drop the hips forward, press out, modified plank. Come back in. Now, this thing's gonna get, my tail's gonna get stuck in the spring. This gives me a lot of information because I see some clients that are going out like this, or when they're going out, they're like this. So hopefully you can see the difference. I'm in extension of the spine. Now, after that first round, we get everybody mostly doing it. The second round, I make it a little bit better, and I took a little more time because we're only there for 30, because then we stepped off to the other side, press back, Eve's lunge here, front split stretch, roll back on the heel, okay, flex the toes toward the nose, and then side splits, of course, face toward the reformer, press out, tip the tailbone up, lean back for a deeper stretch. Now, once you've gotten those in, we come back on the reformer, And I took like 20 seconds to tell clients, like, you know, when we're doing cat-cow, when you're in plank, I'd rather you be in cat back, okay? Versus this and dumping into the low back. So tuck the pelvis, press out and in. We have one more opportunity to do this, and I go around and I really help everybody, because still I have some girls that are out here with their butt. So I say, push your hips forward, shoulders down. And then I gave them the option to come up to a full plank with this. I also said add a yellow. So if you want to try the full plank, but you need more support, like the bridge, add another spring. It's right there. It's so easy. Reach down and add it. So I had a few people try it out, and it's long stretch. So it's a shoulder hinge out and in, right? And they're like, whoa, that's hard. So they came back down, right? But give them the opportunity to level it up, to progress, or at least to see where they're going to go eventually. So then I step off to the right after I've done the long stretch. We're grabbing a box. We're going short box, because I was like, we're not done with planks just yet, but I want to eliminate the wrist factor, because a lot of clients, it's uncomfortable for them to plank on the wrist. So say one red spring. If you want more challenge, one blue. But give that one like standard option, and then say to make it harder, you go to the blue. Now we go elbows on the box, feet against the shoulder blocks. I was like kind of walking around trying to help people get it in, because some girls had the box too far, or some people were like, it's not going in. Happens every time. But box on. First plank, we just did a hold, because I wanted everybody to feel the plank. So elbows down, press out, find the plank hold. Okay, straight line from the ear, shoulder, hip, knee, ankles. Squeeze the butt, tighten the belly, engage the quads, and breathe. And then here's when I saw some girls doing this again. So then I tell them, tuck, find that cat back. After 30, bring it down. Everyone's sweaty. Everyone's happy. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's so hard. Plank number 2, we did our shoulder hinge. So elbows down, press out, find the plank hold, and just the elbows go out and in. And you guessed it, 30 seconds, come down, quick rest. And then we go into scooters, or it's our knee stretches. So I think it's so important to learn the original contrology and relate it back to the root, to the origin. That way you understand the exercises and the method, okay? So really scooters are our knee stretches, but so I usually call it both. I say knee stretch or scooters, in and out, 30 seconds, rest, child's pose, take a seat on the box, face the foot bar. Now we're gonna flip around. We did upper body. We did serve, hug, and shave. Again, classic. Keep the red for medium, blue for a little bit lighter. But I want to talk about the arms, okay? Because yes, this is a push exercise, but also it's a huge just like delt shoulder exercise. So think about your body in relation to gravity, okay? If I'm just holding my arms out here, that's all shoulder. Oh, Siri. If I'm just holding my arms out here, that's all shoulder work, right? It's like a front raise. So shoulders. So we are pushing out. You get a little bit of pec work, but it's just mostly shoulders. So you're gonna burn everyone's shoulders out when we're here, because gravity is just trying to pull my arms back down. And then I also have the vector of the strap pulling me back and the spring trying to close in. So there's so many things happening of like where my body is in relation vertically to gravity, and then where the spring tension is pulling horizontally. So primarily a shoulder exercise. Then we go to hug a tree. We cue pecs and chest. But again, really this is like just a shit ton of shoulders too, because I'm just holding my arms up here. So it's like a lot of delts, a lot of shoulders, just to be holding my arms up, okay? We cue pec and, pec, hug a tree, chest fly. There is some pec work happening, but I'm almost never sore in my chest from hug. because I am still having to hold my arms up in relation to gravity. I hope that makes sense. Like when you go to the gym and you're doing your chest fly machine, you can hold the thing and like just let your arm kind of hang down. Like you're not having to hold the machine up when you're doing chest fly cable machine at the gym. So that's gonna work your chest more. Here, this is not supporting my arms up, okay? I have to hold my arms up, which is just straight up shoulders. Okay, after hug, then we go to triceps, shaving, bend and press, okay? Do your 30 seconds, and then hang up your straps. And I think we had, you know, a few minutes here now. I'm gonna keep the short box on because it's already set up. And then I told them I'll add on 2 or 3 more springs. So they might be set up for feet and straps or just about there. So add a couple springs because feet go under the ankle straps. We're gonna give the upper body a break and work the core. So feet go under ankle strap. Sit tall. We did a little genie arm variation. C curve. So round the spine, roll back and tuck, roll up. Use the abs. We round, roll back, roll up. We did about 20, 30 seconds, and then we reach the arms out. Remember what I said about gravity. This is also shoulders because gravity is just trying to pull your arms down. So this adds an element of challenge for the shoulders, okay? 30 seconds here. And then we did twist and reach and back up, twist, reach, back up. Give them, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds for the twist and reach because we have 2 sides. We need a little more time, okay? After that, I brought everybody's legs up on top of the foot bar, scooch forward here, separate the feet, open the arms. We finished with Saul. So opposite pinky to toe, come back up, rotate, opposite pinky to toe, come back up. So this is working rotation, hamstrings. When this back palm flips in, you want to turn your thumb in and palm up. This arm reaches forward in opposition. Find that 2-way stretch. Your ear goes down toward your bicep. Come back up. So it's rotate, this palm flips up, reach, 2 pulses. Roll up, back to center, relax, shake it out. Again, that's still shoulders work in there. I think that brought us right to feet and straps. So then we step off to the right side, we replace the box, right back up against the wall. Depending on how much time you have, just do your normal feet and straps. You guys know what you're doing with feet and straps. And that was my flow class for today. Everybody was happy, sweaty, kept them moving. Like I said, that girl from CP was like, that's way harder than a level 1 class over there any day. And I said, yes, it should still be a workout. So hope you guys enjoy.